This is my sixth grade journal. I am now a junior in high school and I wrote this 4 years ago. I feel the happiest probably when I have something great to look forward to, like getting likes and followers on TikTok or a text message from my friends, maybe even a package to look forward to. I love when it's the last day of school before winter break or summer break. I also love when it's a Friday because then we make fancy dinners and I have a whole weekend after that. But I also hate Sunday nights. Ugh, the worst thing. Before I got into journaling, I was never grateful for what was in front of me. I had no self-awareness and I was always comparing myself to other people. And as you saw, I connected my happiness to external sources like social media. I would scroll and scroll. Since then, I've learned that the only person that can make me happy is myself. And I can do that by being thankful in the present moment. I came to this conclusion through self-reflecting and just letting time teach me the lessons I needed to learn. This is just one example of how journaling helps me change my perspective, behavior, as well as lead to personal growth. In the difficult time teens face today, journaling can be like a sanctuary. It acts as an outlet and it organizes the huge mess of thoughts floating around in your head. It tracks those patterns and emotions that you can't see. There is way more value in writing your emotions on paper compared to typing. When you write by hand, you write more thoughtfully. Neuroscientist Aguirre says that such mindful writing rests the brain, unlocking potential creativity. Recent neuroscientific research has uncovered a distinct neural pathway that is only activated when we physically draw it our letters. One Yale psychologist told the New York Times that the very act of putting it down forces you to focus on what's important, and it is crucial to slow down and reflect when journaling. I first learned about bullet journaling in fifth grade. I was obsessed with everything stationery and organization. Me and my cousin bought two cheap journals, and after what felt like 100 YouTube tutorials, we created a bunch of spreads on our own. A spread is just a layout or design that expresses your thoughts, ideas, and emotions in an organized manner. I made pages to track what books I read, places I traveled, my dream vacation, homework tasks, and much more. As I hit high school, I lost interest and I just started using my phone to keep me organized. It was more convenient, and freshman year of high school, I found myself dealing with intense levels of anxiety every day. After moving 3 times the past 2 years, including an international move, I was nervous about starting high school in a brand new place. A couple of months went by and I found myself caught in the habit of overthinking. Normal, everyday things would make me extremely nervous, and I was always lost in my head and I could never stay in the present moment. During this time, I would journal, but only about once a month, and it had no significant effect. At the time, I was reading a book about inner peace and journaling, and it brought me back to writing. I told myself I would journal for simply 5 minutes every Thursday morning, and slowly after every session, it felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. It was like I left all of my negative, overthinking thoughts on that page, and like they were no longer connected to me. Journaling has truly made me a more emotionally aware person. When I first started, I was insecure, I was constantly comparing myself, and I didn't have the drive to improve. I was always focused on how people would view me instead of how I could improve my relationship with myself. Honestly, on busy weeks, it was really hard for me to find time to journal. But a lesson I learned is that if your reason is strong enough, then you can make time for anything, and that doesn't just apply to journal. Some journaling sessions might feel boring or pointless, but others might feel extremely rewarding and they feel like you made a breakthrough. Just keep journaling. Now, let's talk about how you can start journaling. The first step is to just get a journal. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just make it fit you and have fun with customizing it if that's your thing. Go online and research. Read blogs, watch videos, immerse yourself in this new world. Let yourself go and don't judge. You can make different spreads like I talked about before with my bullet journal. I highly recommend starting off with a gratitude page. Just list down 3 things you're thankful for every week. It's super easy for really busy weeks and is always a dose of positivity, which is so important when you wake up each day. Write down mantras that speak to you. My favorite is surrender to the unknown. Create a page that you come back to only write one word that of the emotion that you felt the most that day. Super easy. And emotional intelligence comes from being able to identify what you're feeling. And I think everyone should work on strengthening this crucial life skill, which can act as a foundation for every relationship. Write down quotes and bits of information that inspire you from other talks, other books, strategies that help you, and even from everyday conversations. I wrote down breathing exercises to calm me down in the moment. Research and never stop being curious. Journaling can teach us so much about ourselves. It can teach us self-awareness. It can teach us gratitude. It can teach us how to be more mindful and present every single day. Don't restrict yourself, never stop learning, and remember to embrace the self-growth journey. I can't wait to journal about the experience of doing this TEDx talk, which has truly changed my life for the better. Thank you.